Does it make sense to any of you guys that we just started? Jeremy is gonna double fist Red Bulls at fucking 9 p.m. The fuck are you doing, man? He's like, yeah, for sure, right? Hang on, I gotta piss. I wonder if it's because you double fist Red Bulls.
I think you won't be shocked.
I don't know. You might be shocked about how I feel about it.
Nah, I won't be shocked.
We're probably gonna land, dude. We're probably gonna say the same fucking thing.
Probably.
I fucking bet you, this is one that we're gonna pretty much agree on. Like, there might be a 0.5 difference, but we're probably gonna land the same number.
Well, let's get into it, man. I'm fucking ready. Let's do it. What's up?
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Chorizo Bros. Joseph and Jeremy back at it again.
Man.
We've been on a fucking roll, dude.
Let's go, bro.
Are you serious? I feel like before it was so much trouble to get together.
It was, yeah.
And it was hard for the three of us for sure. But we're making it happen. We're making it happen.
I mean, I think it's because a lot of the, subjects that we're choosing is like quick, easy,
That's been kind of by design.
Yeah, so,
So you get to have more of us.
Yeah, sorry.
I've actually been, it's funny because I've been sitting out on our book reviews, on the ones that I do by myself, because I don't feel like I'm not having to fill it in. The time between us getting together, I'm not having to fill it in too much, so I'm not really sitting
I miss
here by
them
myself.
though, because
I am still reading. I still have some books that I want to talk about, and I actually have a plan for one coming very, very soon, and I'm going to change the background a little bit for that because it's going to be kind of wild.
Dang, okay.
We'll get to it. It's going to be fun. But for those of you that saw the title or the thumbnail or whatever I have up there, we're talking about The Usual Suspects. Okay? It's actually quite fitting for where we've been cinematically lately, because appropriately, we just did Heat not that long ago.
Yeah.
And there's some kind of, not thematically, but like style.
Yeah, I could see that.
There's still a cop criminal aspect here.
Yeah.
Very different films.
For
sure. But I think they're kind of, it's easy to be like, oh, if you like this movie, you might like Heat,
right.
Whatever.
It's kind of like the group of guys trying to go and do jobs, that kind of stuff. It had the same themes.
There's sort of a similarity here.
Yeah,
So I thought that it was kind of an easy jump for us to go from something like Heat to this. It's definitely not as long. It's definitely got different style and whatever. Came out in 1995.
That was shocking for me because it kind of holds up pretty well for me, at least.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you go into this movie kind of knowing nothing, I think is the best way to watch this. So
absolutely.
What we're going to do for the show, guys, is what we normally do for these. We're going to take our turns talking about where we're at in a 5-star review, a quick spoiler-free part. We really have to be careful about spoilers here because there's the whole reason for this movie is a big thing, a big event, a big thing that happens, and it's better if you don't know that. So
yeah, you definitely need to watch it prior to us getting into those spoilers.
We do not want to. Once we get to the spoiler part, if you haven't seen it, seriously go watch it and then come back.
Absolutely. But yeah, I'll start off. I mean, unless you want to go.
Yeah, we'll do our quick reviews and then we're gonna jump knee deep in spoilers, guys. So I always say that. Just we're gonna talk about whatever we feel like after this.
Right.
So yeah, whatever. However you want to go. If you want to start.
You go. Let me hear what you got with it.
Okay. So this movie is going to land at a probably, and I've been thinking about this, a solid 3. It's solid 3. It is a serviceable, fun crime movie with a little bit of action, some interesting characters, some fun bad guys. But it's not as smart as it's pretending to be. It's not as stylized as, say, something like a Michael Mann or a Quentin Tarantino. It's not quite there. The style doesn't really work for me all the way. But I can acknowledge that the movie is entertaining and it is very fun. So on a scale of 1 to 5, 3 is not bad. It's not great. It's barely good, but it's not bad. So if you watch this movie, you're probably going to have a good time with it. And there are some heavy hitters early in their career that was pretty interesting to see their performances. We've got Kevin Spacey, Benicio del Toro. We got some fun performances in there, and I think you're gonna enjoy it. But aside from the reveal, this doesn't really have the legs. That's where I'm at.
Man, okay, so we talked about this prior to shooting, and you said that you and I were probably going to land in the same realm as far as our rating. And I wanted to like disagree with you, but I can't because I'm like right there. And I thought about this hard. I was like,
it's crazy, right?
Yeah, I wanted to give it a 3.5. I really did, but I had to settle on a 3 out of 5.
Okay, yeah.
So
tell me more about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think okay. I rewatched it. I've only seen this movie twice, mind you, kind of fairly recently. Mm-hmm. The very first time I watched this film, it was a much higher rating, and I'll get into the reason why.
I think I liked it more the first time I saw it too.
Yes, yes. The second time I watched it, I still had fun, but it definitely took off at least 1 star, if not maybe half a star. So that's what kind of where I wanted to, as I was watching, it's like, oh man, I love this movie. This movie's great. And then I started watching, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it's a 3. So,
yeah, 3 isn't bad on the 5 scale.
No,
it's
absolutely not.
It's probably where I'm at on it, right?
Yeah, and I'm gonna, honestly, it sucks because I kind of agree with you on almost everything, and I actually like it when you and I don't agree on things.
It is more fun when we don't agree,
because I want to just be like, no, it was a 5, and I can't.
Yeah,
and I can't say it's a crappy movie either.
No,
because there, like you said, like there's a lot of cool aspects to it. I think the performances, they hit pretty heavily on some of the actors' performances. Not throughout the whole film, though. I think that there's some things that I kind of don't like as far as the actors' performances, because that's something that I look at when I'm watching a film. So, and that's why it kind of lands on a 3 in that regard, because I think the acting performance could have been a little bit better, but they were still good.
Right.
I think it's a cool story. The reveal, we'll get into that later, but yeah, it's just overall great movie. Everybody should watch it. It's I think it's designed for everybody to watch. There's not too many crazy, outlandish, horrific type scenes or anything. It's like a traditional kind of mystery action, police crime, that type of stuff. And there's fun little, almost comedic type.
Mm-hmm. No, a lot of it is played for comedy.
Right. And so, all around great movie.
It's not not trying to be funny, but there's like a couple of funny gestures and lines.
Yeah,
and
little digs.
Mostly from Stephen Baldwin.
Yes. Yes. What does he say? Something like, you cut my fucking cocksucker. Give me the fucking keys, you fucking cocksucker motherfucker.
I want to say, dude, straight up, this is like a legitimate like thing I'm about to say. It's like a praise. I'm like, the movie poster is like iconic as hell.
Man, I don't think I've even
do you know what the movie poster looks like? It's like them on the lineup.
Oh, yeah.
You have seen it, you probably just don't remember.
Yes,
but like
yeah.
I'm like, you know how Reservoir Dogs, it's iconic seeing all of them in the suit and they're doing that like slow motion walk.
Right.
This for me is the movie poster on Usual Suspects. It's like they're all like this. They're all a different like cast. That the Kevin Spacey's kind of like this, and like it's a pretty iconic movie poster. It's like It's hard to forget because you go, oh man, like because that's one of the most iconic shots in the movie is when they're all lined up like that. It's a big part of the movie.
Yeah, and I do like the main thing I like about this movie is that it does focus on these characters, and they're all very different. Mm-hmm. And so I love movies that focus on these characters and how they're kind of interacting with one another, and they've got different beliefs and different motivations, but they're all coming together for a common goal. And,
yeah.
All that stuff is just, it's hard to make that story not work, and they did it right.
Well, you're saying it's hard to, it's easy to mess that up, is what you're saying?
No, I think I don't know. I'm not a movie maker, but if you have the right formula where you've got these different characters that are kind of different from one another, and you focus on that, you spend time on that, I feel like it's hard to mess that up.
It's hard to mess it up. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I think I think that if you're a talented enough storyteller, you can make that work.
Definitely.
For sure. Yeah, because you kind of need everybody to, like you said, march in the same direction. They need to all have a goal that's similar.
Right.
And then the characters can have whatever personality you want as long as you understand why they're all doing this. And that's a really good point, dude. That's like, you hit the nail on the head with that one, because I think that anybody watching this would say that that's part of why the weird cast of characters works, is because they all make sense.
Absolutely. Well, are we getting into spoilers now?
We're there. Let's
all
go.
Right.
I mean, we gave our number. We basically both landed at the same place. Did we land at the same exact number here?
Absolutely.
Solid 3.
Because I wanted to give it, and I was thinking about it a lot. I was like, let me see if I can give it a 3.5. And I was watching it, and I was like, I can't. I really can't. I wanted to, but I just something about it just wasn't like, oh, wow, I can't wait to rewatch this again. It's not a movie I would rewatch all over and over again, and I'm known for doing it.
Yeah.
And I just can't. I'd have to watch it once every like couple years.
So I couldn't quite put my finger on what it was about the style. I was like, why? What is it that this story can have its iconic thing, the reveal, but the rest of the movie just feels kind of generic. I couldn't put my finger on it. I was like, why does it feel very average? It feels generic. And I was like, what is going on here? And then it dawned on me. Bryan Singer, the director, is somebody that works on television a lot.
Oh, okay. And television can be kind of cookie cutter.
Right. Where maybe he's not exactly able to flex his style muscles. You know what I mean? He might not be allowed to when they're just trying to knock out scene after scene after scene in a TV show.
Right.
As opposed to taking your time doing it like Kubrick and doing 150 takes or whatever. That's an extreme example, but you know what I'm saying? So I was like, while I was watching it, I was like, man, there's something. It's a little bit bland. I don't know if that's like, it's just it's serviceable. It's fine, but it's like there's nothing really spicy about the editing or the way the music cuts in or the action.
The story, like when you strip it apart, the story is really good.
Yeah, it's fun as fuck.
But I think you're right. There is probably a better way to film it, to certain kind of style, to make it more punchy, more edgy, more something
kinetic,
a little bit flair. Yeah. It just kind of doesn't do that,
right?
And it's kind of like an opportunity missed,
right? So I think one of your criticisms on Heat, or I think that you really thought the action was fun. I think most of your for Heat,
of course,
and I think more of your criticisms on Heat were that the story wasn't really working for you and you didn't care about the characters. But I think that filmmaking wise, I think you appreciated the action scenes on that, right? I think that that's kind of one of the things that Michael Mann is really known for, is punchy shootouts, action scenes like that.
Yeah, definitely.
And I feel like that's what was going on here. That's why it felt that way. That's why we didn't land at, because if it was this movie but with like a Tarantino style or a Michael Mann action, we'd rate it a little bit higher, I think.
Right.
It would have been more memorable. I've seen this movie a couple of times before now, but watching it today, I wasn't feeling like, I can't look at my phone right now because I'm trying to watch the movie. I was like, whatever. It's fine. I don't have that feeling with action movies normally.
Right. You're kind of glued in for...
Those are the times I want to watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but I was easily kind of like, whatever. I know what happens. Which is like it's a weird feeling to have about a movie and still rate it pretty decent. Like to be like, it's just background. It's just fun bullshit. You don't really need to think about it too much.
Yeah, and I was thinking about what your rating might be, and I'm not too shocked. I thought you were either gonna hate it. I knew you didn't love it. I knew it wasn't gonna be a 5 from you.
Oh yeah,
but I thought you were gonna either just give it a 1. I thought you were gonna come at me with a 2, to be honest. So I was a little shocked when you said a 3.
If I consider this movie now, it is pretty much like a 2. Like with my eyes on it, watching it now, I kind of don't even want to watch it again. Yeah. But I have to consider that if you haven't seen the movie before, this is like in film. We talked about like Clockwork Orange. Neither of us rated that very high, but we did explain that it is kind of like it's notorious enough, and there's enough style, and there's enough like stuff to remember. It's really like hard to forget this movie.
Of course,
and that for filmmaking people and people interested in movies, you kind of have to see it.
Yeah, if you're
This is kind of in there where it's like, this is like how you do a twist ending. This
Yes.
is how you do that. You set all this stuff up. There's a couple of things that were clumsy about it now that I think about it, but it is effective when you don't know.
Exactly, and that's why when I watched it the first time, I was like, "Oh man, this movie's so fun! Like
Yeah.
that's crazy,
Right.
You know." And it was hard for me because maybe I'm thinking that I'm too smart than I really am, because I couldn't help but think like, I think when I watched this the first time, I think I figured it out.
Uh-huh.
But as I kind of think back on it, I don't think I had a clue.
Mm-hmm.
But as I watched it again the second time, then things kind of picked up, and it's like, okay, that makes sense. But it was cool how they changed the perspective of the audience, and I bet you 90% of the audiences had no idea that at the very end, Kevin Spacey's character is the bad guy.
Is the mythical Kaiser Soze.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
I
they
think
set
you're
that up
right.
pretty cool.
Because they make the Gabriel Byrne character. You make the cop land there, so because the cop lands there, we land there. And then it pulls the rug out from under you, and then you're walking with the limp after that.
That was like a borderline dad joke right there. That was like, that's like
I'm
one of
aware
our,
that was stupid.
that's like one of our dads watching the movie and like trying to like,
Yeah.
I'm just imagining them right here telling that joke.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
Joseph.
I'm sorry. But yeah, it almost, because you go, it at first makes you think Kaiser Soze is just someone you haven't seen on screen yet. It's like somebody they're involved with. It's someone deep in the criminal underworld. And I really like the concept of that in a story where it's like,
Yeah.
they do that with like John Wick. He's the Baba Yaga.
Oh, right.
So there's this like, don't fuck with him. You know, there's this like underworld mythical figure, and Kaiser Soze is like the original one in movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I think they could have probably brought Kaiser Soze up a little bit earlier, maybe, because I think maybe that would have helped the film overall. Because
right, yeah. It takes a while to bring him up.
right, and so you don't really get that mythical feeling about Kaiser Soze.
That's a good point.
From the get-go, because in the beginning you see him kill, I forget the guy's name, but you see him briefly, but he doesn't seem like a mythical creature or mythical character. He just seems like, oh, that's the guy in Clue that we got to figure out who he murdered with which weapon.
Right, yeah.
So I think that would have probably helped aid this movie a little bit. But I think you're right. I think having this, it kind of does feel like one of those like murder mystery dinner party kind of games.
Yeah.
And to put it on screen, but have it like that twist with these 5 characters, and it's the cop and all that. That really makes it more interesting. Because I'm not gonna lie, those kind of mystery dinner type stories, they don't really land for me too much.
Yeah.
They're like, okay. I think this does probably better of a job than some of those other movies that I've probably seen in the past.
Yeah.
If I were to watch those types of movies, I'd want it to be in this way, kind of in like an action movie, as opposed to like a guy with a monocle and like a top hat and like this really nice mansion. Like that doesn't interest me as much as this storyline.
Right. Yeah, I've heard of them doing this in like Hong Kong movies and like fighting kung fu movies, Jackie Chan type stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Where they have the main director of the movie, but then they have an action director. So this is somebody whose job it is to film the action. And they maybe should have done this here. I was thinking about that. I was like, going back to the point I was making before, but I was like, man, this really would have been the time to do that, where you go, you know what? I'm not really good at directing action. I can't make this look snappy and cool.
So you're saying the action scenes were kind of lacking then?
Oh yeah, they were fun because I knew they were cohesive. I could understand what was happening, but they just weren't shot fun.
Yeah,
It's just my opinion, but also it's 1995, man. Like, I've seen a ton of action movies since then, and like obviously things have evolved and things have changed.
This movie you wouldn't pick out of a hat and be like, yeah, this is what action movies are supposed to be.
Right. That's not the thing you're going to point at. And I was You know, weirdly, I got a hit of nostalgia when I was watching this. I was like, not that I saw this when it came out. I was too young probably still to watch this. I think this is one of those movies I went back and watched because I was like, oh, Usual Suspects is one of those movies, you know? And I was looking at, you know, I went to the, you know, doing a little bit of research on this, and I saw what year it came out. And I was like, 1995. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe for the show, what I could do real quick, and maybe just for this episode, I wanted to, like, shout out some things that were going on in 1995.
Jeez.
Which is kind of funny. And I was just like, oh my God, I just got, like, a hit of 90s nostalgia. It was really strange.
Wow.
That doesn't happen on most of these movies that we talk about. I'm kind of just...
I'm trying to think, like,
this.
what in the movie... Well, go ahead. What do you got?
Well, it isn't stuff necessarily in the movie. I'm just talking about
stuff, like, in that
the
year.
1995.
Gotcha.
Right?
Like Furbies and...
So Heat also came out in 1995.
Oh, okay. All right.
So there you go.
Nice.
So that goes back to something we were talking about before. You know what else came out in 1995? Windows 95.
Good old Windows.
Guess what else? eBay started in 1995,
all right. That's
and
cool.
Amazon. But Amazon started off as a book-selling company.
Right.
They sold books first. And everybody was like, why the fuck would people order books online? And now they're like the biggest company in the world, and they're going to take over the world, and we're dead.
That came out of nowhere.
The PlayStation 1, the very first PlayStation,
Wow.
launched in 1995.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're old, man. They've got how many PlayStations? 5?
They're on 5 now.
Jeez.
Fuck.
You were old, bro.
Gangsta's Paradise.
Yeah, Gangster's Paradise. I just heard that song recently, too.
Coolio with the fucking, fucking wild-ass braids.
Oh, man.
I don't know if you remember this song, Waterfalls by TLC.
Is that Don't go chasing
waterfalls. Who thought we were going to bring that up on Usual Suspects? Okay.
I never thought I'd be singing that song with you.
How did we get here?
Yeah. We just did Trolls 2. Come on.
Right. We're open for business.
Yeah, dude, whatever.
Let's go hang out in an RV. Okay. So,
oh, man.
There is something I found out about this song. I'm still on the 90s. I'm only going to say 2 more things, and then we're going to move on to the next topic. But there's something I found out that I still think is one of the most random and, like, funny things. So, one of the Batman movies, one of them, I don't remember which one it is.
All
right, there's a song called Kiss from a Rose by Seal. And I don't want to sing it because my voice is terrible, but I'll play it for you, and you'll go, oh, I know that song. It is a huge song. Now, this song, its music video, is straight up the Batman movie. It's like all shots from Batman, and Seal's just like singing in front of the Batman like light. I swear.
Did he make that song for?
I
the
think
Batman
so.
movie? Oh, okay.
I think it
it
plays like during the credits, but I remember hearing it on the radio all the time. It was getting played in the mall. It was getting played in the car, like everywhere.
Yeah.
Kiss from a Rose. Crazy. What a stupid on the and it's not even one of the good Batman movies. It's like one of the shitty ones. You know what else happened in 1995? Why are you laughing? What are we doing?
What are we doing, man?
There's not that much to say about The Usual Suspects. When we talk about the twist, it's like that's
yeah,
it.
that's true. I mean, I didn't anticipate to have too much to say, but there's some cool stuff about it.
There's cool stuff. We're gonna keep talking.
I want to know what else.
There's only one more thing I want to mention, and then we're gonna move on to the next thing.
All right.
You know what else happened in 1995? The O.J. Simpson trial.
Oh God. Oh my God. Jeez. Fucking hell, man.
This one is off the rails,
dude.
And you know what? I've been thinking about it. We don't have fun on here enough. We have a lot of fun, but sometimes it is just a lot of research and it's a lot of whatever. And yes, on the title, it's going to say Usual Suspects. But honestly, sometimes I just want to hang out and just bullshit.
Hey, that's the pulling out of the rug. We're pulling.
You know, the twist is we should have just done a different movie and not said anything. Just done it right.
Right, put it in the title.
Yeah.
Usually we do like something completely random.
Yeah, something completely different. Yeah. What's the one you were telling me?
Star is Born.
Yeah, we just transitioned to Star is Born.
They're like, what the fuck is going on?
What?
Yeah.
They're talking about
Lady Gaga, what the hell?
Lady Gaga?
Seal, what the hell?
Lady Gaga didn't come out in 1995.
No.
She was more 2000s.
Yeah.
So anyways...
gosh. All right, so I want to know.
What?
I want to know some, because you still have quite a bit on there. Like, what's your next bit that you wanted to discuss about?
A lot of it is like bad stuff, and there's a point where
Well, maybe before you get into that,
yeah.
I don't know if this is true. I think I saw this like on a post or something about when they're doing the lineup. Like one of them farted. I don't know who it was. And
okay. And the reason they are laughing or something is because one of them ripped ass.
Right.
I never heard of that, but that's funny.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of a cool little nod to, the back end of how these films are made, and the director loved it so much and was like, you know what, let's keep that in. Even though it kind of does, you can tell that some of them are breaking character, and they're just kind of rolling with it. It does help. I do like that interaction where they like fucking hitting each other, and so those are some of those comedic kind of instances that kind of bring it a little lightness to this movie. That's
I enjoyed the way they did the introduction of these characters too. Is they were all getting arrested.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool. And how they get arrested is kind of telling also in what type of character they are. Because the Keaton character gets arrested and they're playing it serious. He's like at a fancy restaurant. He's trying to get somebody to invest in
some
his restaurant idea. And he just wants the criminal stuff to be in the past.
Mm-hmm.
And he is the most serious character throughout the movie.
Yeah,
and he's the one I actually liked the most.
Yeah, he's got definitely some more character development than the rest of them that you kind of want to somewhat root for him, or like.
Yeah, he's our protagonist, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Because even though Kevin Spacey is like the narrator of the story, and the big thing is involved with him, that I think story wise, Keaton is the one that we quote unquote root for.
Right.
We don't even root for the cops.
No.
They're there and they're the quote unquote good guys, but we're made to feel like we're having fun with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool. It's I think difficult to do because a lot of times you do kind of want to root for the good guys. You want the good guys to win
for sure.
But they do a good job of making you go, nah, fuck that. We kind of, even though Stephen Baldwin's a fucking maniac, we want him to succeed. We want the crew to succeed. So we got Stephen Baldwin in there as Michael McManus. He's got some interest. I wanted to get your feeling on because you're the actor of us. So what was your thought on his performance? Because I go back and forth on it.
Yeah, I could see, and I kind of land there as well. I mean, it's hard because it's subjective, right? Like, who am I to say that that's a poor performance, or who's to say that it's a good performance, right? It's all subjective.
Sure.
Sometimes it's
There's
pretty clear.
Troll 2.
No, I was thinking that just now. There's other films and other performances that you're like, yeah, definitely awful. But I think he does it. He does that character well. I sometimes find it a little hard to believe, and I feel like I'm seeing the actor a little bit.
I did too.
Yeah. A little bit, like
I was seeing through the.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You almost can see past it. So.
You're like he's like okay, be wacky, be wacky.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, and it almost comes out a little too sporadic, and then he kind of reverts back to a little bit somewhat more serious. It's like if that character has this very kind of outburst when he does the whole motherfucker cocksucker, then you kind of expect him to kind of have that somewhat throughout his journey with these characters.
Well,
so it almost seems like more of a direction that maybe the director had told him to take at that point in time when he's going to say that line, as opposed to like a natural reaction that you kind of believe that, oh yeah, this guy would have this really kind of outlandish, like spazzy little moment.
Right.
So, but once again, who am I to say? Because it's all subjective.
On that, I was thinking, I don't know the next time I'm going to want to watch this, but I'm wondering if he only acts that way like when more people,
like, our eyes are on him and stuff.
Yeah. Like, is he doing it because it's, I don't know.
And that's cool because like that gives the audience a little bit of room.
Like
to
when they're
wonder.
on the lineup, he's fucking with the cops.
Yeah.
I don't know that he necessarily thought it was funny. He just knew that it would annoy them.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because
yeah.
I know when I do that, I'm like, sometimes when I'm fucking with people, like, I'm doing it because I'm trying to. I don't necessarily think the thing I'm saying. I'm just saying it because I know it'll fucking annoy the other person.
Right.
Those of you that know me in my personal life know that.
So, So that example, right, when he does the God, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I think from like what separates a good actor from an outstanding actor is how could the actor transition and kind of give you a little glimpse that that's what they're trying to do, right? So perhaps like right before he says it, he's going up there, he's like, he kind of like gives a little look, like
he gives a nod to one of the other guys or something.
Yeah, kind of like, yeah, either a nod to one of the guys or he looks up at the camera like, oh, all right, check this out, and then he's like, and then he brings it out, you know?
So then it's another layer deeper than just him just being a fucking random idiot.
I guess I'd have to rewatch it. Maybe he does do that, but it wasn't like a clear beat. Like, oh, that's
because, like you said, he drew it back. He was pretty serious at other times. There's a lot of parts where like people's egos are bouncing against each other, and I think that was one of the better parts of the movie. Believe it or not, is because I was thinking like, okay, I don't like necessarily being challenged when people like at work when people question some stuff that I'm saying. So I understand that like having to dial back the thing. But then there's like a lot of moments because these are like tough criminal dudes and they're dangerous and they never explode on one another, but they always get close. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they all like see each other almost as equals to like, guys, knock it off. Hey, stop talking. All this stuff. And you almost get the feeling that they want to take it a little bit further and they're like, it's just not even worth it.
Right. Yeah. There's a
couple
those are
of
some
them.
of the cooler
some
parts.
of the better moments because you do feel tense.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, we are, but it's like fucking with your brother where you go, just shut up, and you just move on to the next thing.
Right. Like, I forget the character's name. The protagonist.
Keaton.
He basically punches Kevin Spacey.
I was going to bring up that scene, yeah.
Yeah, he like punches him. And then, like, he's like, "Oh, are you all right? Like, you sure you're all right?" Mm-hmm. So that I totally see what you're saying because it's like brothers would do that, like, "Fuck you," and they fucking hit him, and then they're like, "Oh man, that's my brother." Like, "Hey, you okay?" Like,
Yeah.
So
like he feels bad immediately,
right? They're definitely different tiers as far as like financials as well,
right?
But they all are kind of similar.
Yeah, because one of them's like working on a car,
right? Yeah.
One of them is trying to get a restaurant deal. One of them is.
It looks like he's just like a pimp on the street.
Benicio del Toro.
Yeah.
He looks so different.
Dude, okay. Benicio del Toro, what do you feel about him in
As
this
an actor?
movie and in other movies?
I think he was utilized just enough in this movie.
I mean, the fucking keys. You cocksucker. What the fuck?
He was kind of weird and he didn't overstay his welcome, so I didn't get annoyed with him. But had he been more in the movie, he would have annoyed me.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Now, there's other movies where he does annoy me.
Dude, same, bro.
And there's movies where he is being directed or the performance is like used correctly, or I don't know, his like energy is used correctly. Like that's kind of how Nick Cage is. Nick Cage is like sometimes they just let him be wacky and it's like, okay, well that's part of the fun of the movie, right? And sometimes it doesn't work. That kind of wackiness can work in some things. Like Jim Carrey in The Truman Show. We got to talk about that at some point.
Yeah, I'm down.
Because he annoys me in a lot of ways. But in that movie, I feel like that energy is really utilized.
Right.
So, did you ever see Sicario?
Yes, I actually
thought Benedict, he worked in that movie.
Yes.
But
because he
wasn't doing the thing.
Right.
Which he does in here.
Yes.
And it's almost too much for me. But it's not to a point where I was...
It's like, real close.
It's on the line. He's like touching the line.
Yeah, dude. And the best way I could describe him is it literally seems like they found some like homeless crackhead on the set, like walking past, and they're like, "Hey, what you want to be in this movie?" That's what it seems like to me sometimes when he does the movies. I'm like, dude, I can't understand a word you're saying. His like, and maybe that's a part of his charm and that's why directors like him because he is very different and like his speech and his mannerisms are almost like delayed. So he'll like say something and then like he has his arm. I don't know. It's weird. I just noticed that like he'll say something. Usually somebody will be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Right? But instead he'll be like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Oh, right.
So
the inflections don't match really where you think they're supposed to.
It's just like odd. Like he's almost like a broken record skipping a beat as he's performing. I've noticed that in
Yeah, it's part
numerous
of
his
his
films.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
and
part of
for
his thing.
me, it doesn't work. I don't like it. It
Right.
bothers me.
No, I got you.
I
I think we're on the dude. We're on. This is the closest we've ever been in.
fuck
movies.
that, dude. I want to fucking. I want to be. I don't want to be like that with you.
Why?
Honestly. I don't know. It's more fun to.
I know, but we should have one where we kind of all
That's
are on
true.
the same page.
It is kind of nice to have a little
This
change
is
of
different
pace.
where we're
Yeah.
not. Where I'm not like, no, dude. Like I'm like, no, dude. You're saying the exact thing I'm thinking.
Yeah, like
I do want to say real quick, not that this has too much to do with the movie. There were a couple of shots that really got on my nerves. This is being
really?
somebody that I wouldn't call myself a gun enthusiast, but I do shoot, and I know a little bit about shooting. So I did check this. It's not loaded. We're safe. Guns are not a plaything. Please do not. It's not funny. But there is a shot in there where they shoot sideways. Don't ever do that. If you are being attacked in your home and you have your gun available, do not think that this is a good idea, a good way to unload on somebody. It's a poor choice.
oh yeah,
Because the concept is when you're holding it like this, people are standing. You have more of a target to hit because they're longer this way, and the gun goes up. So when you're holding it this way, you're shooting it, and then if you hit it again, it's going to go sideways. You're spreading it this way as opposed to this way.
oh yeah, okay.
So there's like a few things. I mean, not that it's a huge deal, but I saw it and I was like, oh, yeah, but Keaton wouldn't hold it like that.
Yeah, if you're, and that's kind of a.
But it is.
Movies do that a lot.
Hey, Gangsta's Paradise just came out. Maybe that's why they fucking did that.
Who knows, man?
But I saw the sideways thing. I was like, oh, I don't like that. It just
Yeah.
stuck out to me.
Yeah, and I think people can appreciate kind of the accuracy in certain things like that.
Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah.
it makes it more realistic, and you know.
Yeah, if Kaiser Shows is supposed to be this like scary mythical figure, he would be really good at shooting.
Oh, did Kaiser Soze do it like that?
Well,
too?
that's the way they shot it. They shot it whenever the detective is explaining. He's like, "It was Keaton, wasn't it?" And then it flashes to him. The fake out is, he's shooting. It does
Right.
show him holding it sideways. Yeah, but I think it's really cool that even though it's like, okay, once you know the twist, it's like, okay, then the magic of the movie's gone. I do enjoy the idea. Did you ever see the movie The Prestige? It's with the two magicians. One of them is Christian Bale. The other one's Hugh Jackman.
I have. It's been a while, and I'm terrible. And I
So
can't remember the plot and all that.
there's a part in that movie where they are looking at because they're all trying to one up one another's tricks.
magic tricks.
So they go and they watch this guy. He's like, oh, this mythical Eastern magician. He's like a Chinese guy, right?
Okay.
And they're showing him at the show, and he pops this like fish bowl. And they're like, how did he do it? And then so the guy's like, so how do you think he did it? And they're talking about the trick. And then they watch the old man, like the magician, like he needs help with the cane, and he's walking to the back of his carriage so they can drive him out of there. And Christian Bale goes, that's the trick. He goes, that's the trick right there. I got goosebumps. Look at that. He goes, the trick is to make us think he's weak and old when he's strong. He's got to be strong as an ox to pop that bowl because he's using his legs to like pop it up.
Mm-hmm.
But he looks like he can't walk. Everyone else's eyes, he can't walk.
Gotcha.
So it made me think of that when I was watching Kevin
Suspect.
Spacey the whole time. He talks about, he says, after Keaton hits him, he's like, yeah, I'll be pissed. I'll be shitting blood later. So like even his lines are like, I'm weak. I'm reminding you that I'm weak. I'm reminding you that I'm weak. And it's a clever way to, from the beginning, you do get the vibe that he's weak.
Right.
But he's hiding that he's a mastermind. He's hiding that he's physically strong also.
Right.
He killed all those guys.
So did you, if you can remember, the very first time you saw this film, did you have any idea that it was Kaiser Soze?
I didn't. But I was also like a teenager, I want to say.
Sure. Do you think had you seen this at an older age, you probably would have figured it out?
Dude, I like to think that I would have, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I like to think that now that because I understand the visual language of movies a little bit more, that I think I would have because of that. But I don't know that I have enough confidence to be like, oh, it's that easy to spot. I feel like The Sixth Sense is a little bit like that too. where you go, well, if you know the physical, if you know the language of shooting, it's pretty easy to figure out.
Right.
So if I were to watch it today, I like to think that I would, but I don't know.
I think I can't confirm this obviously, but I want to say that when I initially watched it, I did think that he was probably, and I think that's probably most of the audience members are like, oh, it's him, right from the beginning. But then as the movie goes on, with those little nuances of, hey, he's weak, this and this and this, then you really change your mind.
Well, then me leading into it's Keaton.
Right. And then you believe that, and you're like, oh, shoot, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, there's definitely like that roller coaster, and that's I think the big charm of this movie is you don't really know who, at least for me.
Yeah, I would like guys in the comments if you watched this movie, did you figure out the twist?
Yeah, I'd like to know if there were people out there that really right from the get-go knew the twist.
Yeah, I wonder.
There have been some movies that I'm kind of proud of myself that I was like, oh, it's that person, or oh, this person's, it's all a dream, or whatever.
Right.
But yeah.
Interesting. They actually made fun of this twist in a really stupid movie. They made a comedy, and it's terrible. I actually hate this movie.
Is it like one of those scary movie types?
Scary movie.
Is it scary movie?
It's scary movie.
Oh, what? They put Usual Suspects?
They referenced Usual Suspects with they have some mentally challenged cop called Doofy, I think, because I looked it up because I was like, I remember seeing this in a scary movie. I was like, I looked up scary movie Usual Suspects, and then it's like this Officer Doofy, and he's like, and he's got drool, and he's got like a name tag that's like written in crayon, and he like walks around with all stupid.
Dude,
no, it's terrible. And then at the end of the movie, he like takes off this fake mustache, and he like looks cool.
What the
and
hell?
It's a straight up ripoff of the Kaiser Soze reveal, which is whatever. I just remembered it.
Right. I'm gonna have to see that little scene because I don't think I've even seen Scary Movie. To be
It's
honest.
terrible. Don't. I mean, unless you just want to do it just to make fun of it and talk shit about
Probably. I'd probably watch Troll 2 before I watched.
Yeah. No shit.
Yeah.
So there's a line that I've heard in multiple movies, and I was looking it up, and there's like some ambiguity as to where the line actually came from, and a lot of places are saying that it's from here that it's come from. The line is the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was to convince the world he didn't exist.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
And I've heard that in a movie called Revolver. It had like Jason Statham, and he's like a gangster. But it's the movie's like actually like a spiritual movie about letting your ego go.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
That premise sounds cool, at least.
Yeah, and like
if you can shoot
it's spiritual, and he meets different characters, and they represent different parts of your personality, and he kind of teaches. They take him under his wing, and they teach him to let go of his like greed and his ego. And there's a part where he's like in an elevator, and he like realizes the voice in his head is like telling him to care about stuff that doesn't matter. He's like, that bitch said what? Like trying to get him emotional, and he's like, I can hear you. He's like talking to his own voice. And one of the line that line, the devil whatever,
right,
is said in that movie. Saying that the devil's that voice in your head that tells you it's okay to do a bad thing, or it's okay that you're angry, or it's okay that you're obsessing over this when really you should just be able to let it go. It's actually a pretty cool movie. I mean, it's not the best movie out there, but it's cool.
Right. You know, that line, I kind of think it's a little cheesy.
Oh, it's for sure cheesy. I'm not even gonna act like it's a cool line. Cool. I'm just mentioning that I heard it in something.
Okay, cool. I was like, gosh, man, I wanted to disagree.
No, you're not gonna get it out of me, man.
What the heck, man? We gotta disagree on something today.
You're like, no, actually, holding a gun like this is cool. No,
I can't even agree with that, man.
No, yeah, no, I'm with you. It's kind of a dumb line.
It is, and
whatever.
That's why it's a 3.
That's why it's a 3.
Yeah.
There was another movie I thought of, and I don't know. I should actually look up what year this came out. But there's a movie called Desperado.
Is that with
It is It's a Robert Rodriguez movie. It's the second in a trilogy. The first one is called El Mariachi. It didn't have Antonio Banderas in it. It was like a really low budget action movie, and then
Right.
Desperado was the one with Salma Hayek and Antonio Banderas, and it's a
Wasn't
Quentin Tarantino in it.
yeah, but wasn't
Trejo.
yeah, Danny
Yeah,
yeah.
Trejo's in that.
Yeah.
and he's badass with fucking knives
Yeah.
on a vest. He's got like a bandolier with knives.
Yes, dude.
So when Kevin Spacey's telling the story about Kaiser Soze, and he's talking about, oh, he had these Hungarians he was against, and he killed his own family just to, freak them out? I don't know what the point of killing his own family was. It's stupid, but yeah, he's a mythical bad guy. The image of what this supposed Kaiser Soze looks like the Antonio Banderas character from Desperado. I just thought that. Whatever.
Gosh, I can't remember. Was he kind of like wearing a cowboy hat, kind of, sort of? Or
No,
like
he
a-
looks like he's wearing like a black like suit
trench coat kinda thing?
Well, yeah, something like that. But he's got the long hair.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Dude,
and that's
he
what the
looks
Desperado.
sick.
He looks cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
like John Wick.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Baba Yaga, dude. So,
Baba Yaga.
yeah, so I saw that and I remember going like, is that a nod to Desperado? And I should have looked it up. Whatever, I didn't. Here we are. I just noticed it. I thought that kind of connects to that. So maybe one could be a reference to the other, or it's just they happen to have similar character designs.
Right.
Whatever.
I doubt you've looked this up, but and it's maybe not even worth mentioning, but I'm surprised I didn't even look up Kaiser Sose, because there's got to be some kind of hidden message or some kind of reference to something about Kaiser Sose.
I didn't look it up, but I can. I don't have my keyboard attached to the screen right there, so I can't do it.
But
I can edit some
I
of this
bet
out.
I bet you there is something to that.
Like what it means.
Right. Like, and I think when I was watching the film the second time around, I was like, oh, I wonder if his name, if you mismatch the words around, it spells Kaiser Sose. But I don't even think that's
Okay, whoa. This is kind of cool, actually. What it means.
What does it mean?
So it's Turkish. It means, it's like a nickname for
Is it the devil?
one who talks too much.
Oh,
That's
okay.
fucking cool, dude.
That is cool.
I'm glad you asked that.
That's cool.
It's one of the most asked questions about this. According to Usual Suspects director Bryan Singer, the name Soze comes from a Turkish word for one who talks too much.
Cool. Because there's that line. That makes that line a little cooler, because he's like, yeah, people tell me I talk too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then it's Kevin Spacey the entire time telling the story
Right.
and misdirecting.
Mhm.
That's cool. That's legit. I'm glad you asked that.
Yeah. Kevin Spacey's performance is pretty legit in this movie. Probably one of my more favorite.
It's probably his best performance.
Right.
There's some stuff I think is a little cheesy in his lineup.
For sure. Like, I think it was like Lex Luthor in like a Superman movie. I'm like, that.
I think Bryan Singer directed that one also.
Oh, did he?
I think so. It was Superman Returns.
Yeah.
Is it like a newer, sleeker one? I think Bryan Singer did that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, he did the X-Men movies with Hugh Jackman, since we talked about Hugh Jackman already. We should do a Hugh Jackman movie.
We should do Prestige. I feel like that's probably one of his.
Sick.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
That'd be a cool one to do.
Oh, dude, we could do a cool skit with that too.
Hell yeah, dude. Ready to do some
I
magic.
better start learning some magic. Let's just use camera tricks.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, guys. I think it might be time. I think let's go there. We have. I'm gonna let you say any point you want, because I'm gonna bring the energy down real low.
Oh, great. I was feeling good. I
feel
got my
great.
2 Red Bulls in.
double
Dude.
fisting Red Bulls.
I mean, all right.
We got to talk about it.
Hit
Because
it. Hit me, bro.
We got to
Hit
talk
me.
about it because it's weird to bring up Kevin Spacey and Bryan Singer and not fucking talk about it. So I'm gonna put maybe a disclaimer with some words here. But I also, just for those of you out there, we normally just kind of talk about whatever we want. The show's not big enough. I don't have people paying for it. So I'm not really going to offend that many people.
We're just having a good time.
But I want to make sure anybody that's watching that has an issue with talking about like self-harm or sexual assault or anything like that, if those things can fuck with you, dip out now for a little bit and come back to the video after we're done talking about it, because there's some really bad people that worked on this movie and they've gotten in trouble for some shit.
Wow. All right. I mean, I obviously knew about some stuff with Kevin Spacey. I don't know anything else about anybody else in this movie.
Okay, so we'll talk about Kevin Spacey in a second. the director of this, Bryan Singer, who it's such a fucking bummer because he worked on the show House.
Oh, okay.
With Hugh Laurie, and
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite shows to just put on because I just like that show. And he's like one of the main producers of that show. I don't think he directs really that much for it, but he's involved pretty heavily on that show.
Okay.
So Bryan Singer got in trouble for he was a bad guy. And he might allegedly. Let me go ahead and say that before I don't want some fucking knocking on my door. OJ
trial.
OJ's dead, bro.
Oh yeah.
I'm good.
Well, no, I'm just saying like you're gonna be on trial just like OJ.
Oh, I thought you said because I talked about OJ, he's gonna come kill me.
No.
Bryan Singer, please don't sue me. This is all alleged. So allegedly, he got a sexual assault lawsuit filed against him in 1997.
Wow.
So apparently, there were some different things associated with this, but there's a couple of things that have been said about him that he's been getting into some bad behavior. That he convinced a 14-year-old actor to film a shower scene. He I don't know how he did this. Allegedly did this. That he got some 14-year-old boy to do a shower scene, and then later on it was he told somebody that he thinks that he was doing it for sexual gratification, so that he was doing it to whack you later. I'm probably gonna have to bleep that.
Wow. Okay.
So that happened, and then there's a guy called Bret Easton Ellis, who I've read a couple of his books. He's most known for writing the book American Psycho.
Okay.
Bret Easton Ellis dates men, right? So one of his partners, when his partner was younger, when he was a teenager and younger, was because they all live in LA. They all audition for movies, and it's all the same scene.
Right.
Bret Easton Ellis allegedly.
But what was he in reference to Usual Suspects again?
No, he's not.
Oh, okay.
He's telling a story about Bryan Singer.
Oh, okay.
So he says, I'm just saying his name because it's somebody known. Is that he had a former partner that went to underage sex parties thrown by Bryan Singer. So again, you know how I'm always like, man, I love movies, but I fucking hate Hollywood? This is a really good example of why.
And it's sad, man, because people like us, we love movies. We love, and the opportunity to be a part of something is incredible. You'd want to be involved in a movie, and that's everybody, right?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be rich and famous, which I have thoughts about that. But for the most part, everybody wants that lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
And
who doesn't want to? Do
Yeah.
that?
So to try to use that to manipulate people, it's just the worst, man.
Yeah, it's very scummy, very horrible. So that's Bryan Singer. Bryan Singer allegedly is a creep and bad, and I think he countersued somebody, and there was some other things where he alleged that all these people are just making shit up to sue me and make money. So who actually knows? But the rumor is that he's into that. Okay, that sucks. Kevin Spacey.
Ooh.
He's been getting in trouble lately, and the past couple of years, a lot of it has been exposed, and it was happening during the show House of Cards, where he plays a very skeevy, underhanded, manipulative, enterprising politician. Very Southern. That's one of those performances of Kevin Spacey's that I hated. I had some gal once, I hung out with her, and she was like, come over, let's watch something and hang out and whatever.
Right.
Netflix and chill, and then it was we just actually Netflix and chilled, so that fucking sucked.
Oh my gosh, bro.
we watched House of Cards.
Is that why you don't like? Maybe that's why you didn't like Kevin Spacey's performance.
I was like, "Fuck you, Kevin Spacey." The reason I'm not getting laid. So I didn't like his performance in House of Cards. Apparently, all this was coming out while House of Cards was happening, and then there's a really abrupt last season because they couldn't really do the show without him, and he needed to step back.
Right.
So there's some weird stuff going on there, and there's so many things involved with Kevin Spacey being a predator and groping young actors, and he started getting in trouble with it, and then he tried to spin it as he tried to turn it into like, this is me like coming out. Yeah, guys, I'm gay. Was like the way he tried to like sidestep it and be like, you know, whatever. And then he apologized publicly and was like, I'm sorry to anybody I might have been inappropriate with. I was drinking a lot at the time, or he said some shit. He's tried to dodge it a lot.
It's all about public image and
of
trying
course
to change it.
Which means he fucking definitely did stuff.
Yeah. There's no hiding.
Allegedly.
That's what he'll say.
So all that was happening, and there's like, I can't even start here the list of stuff that Kevin Spacey allegedly did. I can't. I just can't. There's not enough time. We're gonna fucking run out of time. So just let it be known that it's a lot, and I'm pretty sure Kevin Spacey's a fucking asshole. And I almost, aside from just like, if we watch a movie that he's in and we want to talk about it, we can. But like, I kind of don't want to support him at all.
I mean, let's talk about that. I'm kind of curious what your thoughts are.
Let's finish with that maybe. But because let me say one.
You have more?
Well, I have a couple of things that I want to say in regards to Kevin Spacey in this.
All right.
Again, the list is big, and I'm only going to bring up a couple things. Now, in the coming out of that, or being exposed of that, he had done a really, really uncomfortable video called Let Me Be Frank. And this is Kevin Spacey put out a YouTube video where he basically takes on the persona of the guy Frank from House of Cards. He's in character, and he's like weirdly like taking jabs at the people that are like saying he did stuff. He's like, you know how everybody, sometimes they just make things up and they lie. He's like acting like that. I'm misquoting it, but he did like a 3.5 minute video where he's in character and he's like washing dishes or something. And he's like, you know, oh, well, you know, they couldn't keep us separated, like talking to the audience, because he does that in the show, right?
Yeah, he'll like
break the fourth wall, yeah, and he does it in the video, and he's talking to us so he's it seems like he's kind of trying to like talk about the allegations, but through the wall of the character, and it's not associated with the show. It's just him, Kevin Spacey himself, making a YouTube video, and he's telling his story in the Frank character. It's bizarre. We're going to watch it when we're done here, because it's, maybe we won't watch the whole thing, but you got to see it. It's fucking crazy. So
can I
look?
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah.
So
I know what you want. Oh, sure, they may have tried to separate us, but what we have is too strong.
Okay, we can't sit here and watch that, but that's what I'm talking about. That's fucking weird, right? Now, do you want to say something before I move on to the next thing?
Well, it just as a thought that come to my head. I'm not trying to justify what he's doing here, but it just made me think about how an actor, because I always have that like actor mentality.
Right.
So actual painters, right? If they're going through something, they're going to use that as kind of fuel to paint. Yeah, their expression. So it's interesting that he's obviously going through things because of all these allegations. And it is interesting to see. It's weird. It's super weird and really uncalled for. But the fact that
it's like disrespectful.
Yeah. But because it can be perceived in totally different, like you could paint something so long as it's subjective and it's not too on par with what the actual allegations are, but maybe express yourself through a painting or something of a flower.
Poetry or something.
Yeah, poetry or something. But like, it is, I bet you that might be kind of perceived as that.
Him
like
trying to work through it.
Right. So it's kind of interesting that somebody's using their art, so to speak, to either go through something emotionally or even just to try to change a narrative about themselves. So that's kind of interesting.
Oh, to like take control of the narrative.
Right.
Wow, Jeremy,
by using
that's so
their art.
Smart.
It's just kind of,
that's cool.
It's weird.
No, I mean, we gotta watch a little bit of it when we're done here, because it's fucking weird.
But I could definitely see that. Like, if I'm going through something in my life where maybe I'm struggling with, drinking too many Red Bulls, and I decide
caffeine addiction,
right? And maybe I decide, hey, let me do like a monologue and post it on YouTube because that's my form of expression. I think that's cool. But in this, it's weird.
Well, because it's a serious
Yeah, these are serious.
This
topics.
isn't like someone that's like neurotic and suffers from anxiety and they're trying to work through that, or they fuck things up with their family because they used to drink too much or something. That's not. This is different.
This is different. They're high profile.
Right.
This is very serious
These
allegations.
are young people that are getting hurt.
Right. And,
allegedly.
Right. And all of it's public. And now you're trying to use your art to be public. It's just weird, man.
So I can't vouch for the authenticity of some of the things I'm going to say right now. But there's like weird coincidences with people that were going to speak out against him. Like either going to trial for it or something, and then them dying.
Ooh, wow. I didn't realize Kevin Spacey had that much cash to,
Well, they're coincidences. Hollywood coincidences. So,
I don't believe in coincidences.
I don't know that I want to take, but here I'm going to read off a couple. And again, the list is long.
Jeez, what the heck?
It's weird, right? And that's when when you got here, I was like, dude, there's like some stuff to talk, but it's serious. And it's a good thing we waited towards the end of the video because we were laughing and
yeah.
This is a weird turn to take the video, and we're gonna have to close it out here in a little bit. I think we're almost at like an hour. So
yeah.
So let me read this real quick. Report: Kevin Spacey accuser Linda Culkin dead after being struck by a car. Now I don't know if she's like the parent of somebody or if he did something to her and she was gonna say something about it. Died before she can go to court. Massage therapist suing Kevin Spacey for sexual assault dies ahead of trial.
Jeez.
Kevin Spacey won't face criminal charges in groping case after accuser's death.
Wow, man.
Kevin Spacey accuser dies by suicide day after actor posts "kill them with kindness" video. That's the one we just looked at kind of briefly.
Oh, that's the name of the video?
It's called "Let Me Be Frank," but
it's
he quotes "kill them with kindness," and
right.
It's like you can kind of see him in that apron there because he's wearing that apron in the video.
Right. Jeez,
weird,
man.
right?
I mean,
fucking Hollywood, bro.
Today's day and age, man, you never
fucking Hollywood, bro.
I can't really be that surprised about it.
No.
I mean, I'm a little surprised that. I mean, maybe I'm just not super aware of how lucrative Kevin Spacey is with his power within Hollywood and pretty much power in general. Because that's kind of surprising to me because they can't just all be coincidences. And maybe they are, but that's a little. There's a pattern.
We
here.
might have to not say what I want to start talking about because it's. I mean, it's not just Hollywood. You know what else is going on right now.
Well, I don't really know much.
I'm not gonna say it.
I don't know
y'all know what the fuck when this movie when this video comes up, you know what I'm talking about. It's not just Hollywood, it's politics.
Sure, yeah.
Like anybody that's high profile and has money, there's no way cuz if I were mixed in this horrible element of stuff, the way you don't get quote unquote caught is you just blackmail everybody fucking else. So that you go, if I'm going down, y'all are going down with me. And then you're safe because no one's going to prosecute you. No one's going to take you that far. If Judge so-and-so was at that party also, he's not going to fucking say shit to me because I'll expose him too.
Right.
So that's all it is. And that's why these things go on for as long as they do. And that's why it's been covered up.
So we're getting close to some. You're sounding like Art.
Well, but I'm not. That's real. This is real. That happened.
Yeah.
The stuff going on in politics right now, the big story right now, that is happening. That's not made up. It's not a conspiracy. It's real. On that, do you want to say anything else about Usual Suspects? Because I want to close it out with one more thing, and it will lighten the tone a little bit, and that's intentional.
Okay, good. I was thinking, all right, what am I going to say I did plan on like rainbow sunshine
going in a fun area, and you kind of took it there, and I'm glad you did. You said something right now that you're not going to believe I was already thinking. So, do you want to close it out? Bring up any points real quick before I go into the bit, and then we'll shut down. Any last moments on the film?
I mean, just to encourage people to go watch it. I think you'll have a good time with it. God, I'm trying to think of something that I might want to say about it. I mean, I really still just enjoy this type of film for what it is as far as the characters, and I care enough about these characters. So maybe kind of what I was complaining about Heat, I got a little bit more of that with this film. Whereas I was saying in the movie Heat, you know, I didn't really care about these characters that much. They were kind of just thrown at you. And this film, you kind of feel like there's a journey that you're a part of with these different characters. And there's a lot of characters, and you're kind of introduced to them pretty quickly, but I think this movie does a better job than Heat as far as like setting up their little nuances, their little quirks and you know, behaviors that you can't help but like, oh, that's cool, I like that, or oh, I don't like that guy, or you know, so.
And they're not cold. In Heat, they're cold.
Definitely.
Yeah, and that's I think that's part of what turned you off about them, was that they, you know, because you can feel like Keaton is not, he might behave cold, but like you can tell he like doesn't want to leave his girlfriend, and like
and there's interesting things about him that I care enough to just be interested in him at all, like the fact with his, you know, that's interesting that he's marrying, or he's, I think it's his girlfriend or wife or whatever, but I think it's his wife, the lawyer, the criminal lawyer. Like, that's interesting. Like, okay, why did he, is he really in love with her, or is he liking the benefits of being
having a criminal lawyer?
Yeah, so it's like interesting. And
even the guys call him out for that too.
Right. And so that's really interesting.
I did want to say one thing about Gabriel Byrne, the actor that plays Keaton. There was a movie, I haven't seen it in a long time, so I don't know how I would feel about it now. But when it came out, and the few times I saw it after it came out, I really like this movie because it's like a horror movie about Catholicism, where like The Exorcist is like that, where they use Catholicism to whoop the devil's ass. It's a movie called Stigmata. Do you happen to remember?
No, I've never seen that.
It's a movie called Stigmata, and it's basically the concept of this. There's just like, she's like a young 20s like club girl, and she's kind of alternative, and you know, she's like a party animal type chick, does drugs, goes clubbing and shit. But she starts experiencing something called stigmata. And stigmata is when you exhibit weird signs of the crucifixion. So like monks and nuns, you know how they have like miracles, how miracles happen? Getting stigmata was like a miracle. So people would get like holes in their wrists, and they wouldn't know why they were there. And that's according to the legends and stuff. I'm not saying it's true or it happened.
Okay, but this movie surrounds it around.
But in the movie, it's real. And Gabriel Byrne plays a priest that's helping this young lady with the stigmata.
I vaguely remember seeing him in like
as a priest.
Yeah. He's got like the full garb.
I'd like to rewatch that movie and see if I hate it, because I feel like I wouldn't like it as much. But I remember it being pretty fucking creepy, because like she doesn't know what's happening, and they think it's like seizures that she's having or something. I don't know.
So do they paint that? Because it sounds like having stigmata is like from like a Catholicism point of view is like really amazing, but they paint it in this film like it's a horror type situation that's happening to her.
Well, I don't want to spoil it for you if you want to watch it, but
am I on the right track?
There is they feel differently about it, where they do want to like go like, oh my god, you're this is like a special thing because this is a miracle. This is, you know, but it's like killing her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah. And again,
is it like a 90s, 80s?
I want to say it's like late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh, okay.
But I remember really liking it before. Again, I don't know, and my feelings on things have changed, and I've gotten a little bit more picky about the kind of movies that I like and the kind of stories I like. I don't know if I'd like it still, but I would be down to rewatch it and talk to you about it if you would be down to watch it. And Gabriel Byrne's a fine actor.
Oh,
he was
great.
Also in Hereditary.
Oh,
he plays the husband. He plays the husband to Toni Collette.
That movie we should do, bro.
Let's do it.
That movie's
Let's do Hereditary. Let's do Stigmata. You told me you don't want to do horror movies.
Oh, I like horror movies. Well, certain horror. I like good horror movies. I don't like bad horror movies.
Fair enough. Like Troll.
That one I actually do. I secretly love that movie. It's a little gem.
So anyway, I just wanted to kind of shout Gabriel Byrne out because honestly, he's got a cool look.
Yeah,
he's got an interesting. He looks like an uncle.
Weathered.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, he looks like he's got wisdom or something. Yeah. There's something about his face where you go.
But he's like relatable looking.
Yeah,
you know, like
he's not like a hot actor. He's but he's not ugly. He's He looks like a just regular guy,
Right.
and I like that.
Yeah, he's the working man, you know?
He's the working man's actor.
Yeah. Well,
Let's do it.
Close us out with something.
Okay, cool. Guys, I am so excited to tell you about this. Let's bring the energy back up because you know what? We talked about some heavy things, and that shit is not a joke. Those of you that have suffered some things, our heart goes out to you. Life is hard. Life is fucked up. We need to laugh some fucking time. So, you know, I've wanted to go in a weird direction with the show. I'm interested in starting something called either Joseph's or JoJo's Conspiracy Corner. Where, because y'all don't know this, but Jeremy knows that I have been reading alien abduction books lately.
Yeah.
So I thought it'd be fun for the review show or just conversations in general where maybe we don't do a movie or we don't do a book. We talk about an alien abduction that happened to somebody and then just talk about what we think about it. Or anything. Conspiracy. We could talk about the Mothman, or we could talk about...
Is that a thing?
Do we think Bigfoot's a thing? What could Bigfoot exist? Who thinks what? Art, do you think it's true? I think that would be kind of fun. For just like bullshit episode. We don't have to do that much. You can let me do all the internet searches and then we just talk about it.
All right, okay.
Something like that where you just come over and you go...
I think we should definitely... I kind of want to know ahead of time of like where you land on something so I can maybe perhaps go in the opposite direction.
No, we're going to tell them we're going to stage it? No.
But I bet you I could... Because
You're a skeptic.
Like to see,
You're a
see
skeptic.
both.
I'm a skeptic.
Yeah. It's more fun though when I'm like...
I want to talk about ghosts. I want to do it like in a lighthearted way. We're talking about it like it's funny. Like it's
I'm down. Dude,
we
I'm
should do
down.
a couple episodes on that, right?
Yeah.
So, check it out.
Oh, man. Oh, yes. Okay.
Okay, so the same author, Whitley Strieber, is from San Antonio. Mm-hmm. Now, you're not going to be able to because I'm going to hand you like 20 books.
Oh, jeez.
And he's got one of the most famous abduction stories. He wrote a book about Jesus.
Wow, that's
I haven't read it. I don't know. I just came in the mail. Weird.
That's random.
That's random. DNA of the Gods. The Anunnaki, creation of Eve, and the alien battle for humanity. How fucking crazy is this stuff? Intruders. The Incredible Visitations at Copley Woods by Bud Hopkins. He also wrote another one called Witnessed.
Yeah, bro. You know what this reminds me of?
Hang on. Them. Another book by Whitley Strieber.
Wow, this guy, man.
Transformation. Another book by Whitley Strieber. And then he wrote The Greys. And this is not a story of him getting abducted. This is a fictional story about an abduction.
Okay.
Which I did read, and I'm going to do a video on it. So that's where we're at. If you guys are into it, let's get our tinfoil hats.
Oh my gosh. How did I... This doesn't shock me at all. Where's mine? I'm waiting for mine.
I'll make you one. Let's get weird with it, man.
Dude, you know what this reminds me of is, you remember those, and I'm sure they're still around, you know those like little tabloid, like newspaper,
Yeah.
you know, Bigfoot's real.
Wait, this will be the thumbnail.
Wow.
I want to go knee deep into aliens right now, dude.
Wow.
Something about it is really intriguing me. It's getting fucking scared in the middle of the night reading Communion, dude. I'm like, here's my approach. I'm reading it as though he's not lying and open to the possibility. Because I don't think this is true. I don't think he's getting abducted.
You kind of have to.
But
right?
it's more fun to... So I'm like...
Play along.
She's laying... The little fucking Jack Russell's laying next to me. I'm in bed. And I'm like... Going like this because it's scary.
Ooh, man.
Like getting paralyzed and like his like wife and son are in the house also. It's creepy. So it's cool stuff. So I think we're going to start doing some new fun stuff for the show.
Dude, right here, ready? I can remember nights of terror, being afraid to put out the light, wanting to keep the window and the door locked, living like a fugitive, never wanting to be alone, haunting the ramblers, grateful for the unceasing crowds. That is some freaky stuff, man.
Yeah, because he really does put you in the mind for it.
If you have that mindset, you know, I could definitely see that. I could just imagine you with your little tinfoil hat, just like.
So let's do it. I think we should do some fun episodes where we talk about like Bigfoot. We talk about
I'm game, bro.
some alien shit, some ghosts. Maybe we talk about like a haunted mansion or I don't know. Something would be just let's take a weird turn.
Let's do it, man.
We've done a lot of movies. We've done that. I'm not saying it's getting stale, but let's have a little bit of fun with some other shit.
Yeah, let's do it.
I like to talk about some music at some point too. Maybe we talk about some of our favorite albums and maybe some musicians and their life and what kind of crazy shit they get into.
I think it'll make it easier too, where we can kind of get some content out there that's people might be interested in seeing. So let's do it, bro.
Cool. I think on that note, we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go get scared. I'm gonna go read some alien shit, dude. I got to finish this Communion. I've read it before a long time ago. And I'm getting into it back again because I just finished The Greys and I was like, oh, I got to start. And then I was like, when I ordered that one or whatever one, I was like, I got to keep going. And he mentions Bud Hopkins in that book. And Bud Hopkins wrote a couple of these.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much. Go watch Usual Suspects.
Yes.
And let us know what you think, especially if you have seen it before. And like whatever Jeremy was talking about earlier about, did you figure out the twist before? Because
I'm curious.
I am curious.
People that may have, but
be honest. Like, tell us, hey, did you watch the movie and like figure it out?
Yeah.
On that note, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna talk about what we're gonna do next as far as like maybe a movie. But this is Joseph's Conspiracy Corner is gonna happen. We gotta do it, dude.
Okay.
And I gotta get you. We gotta give me one of your hats so I can put some foil on it.
I'm down, bro.
All right, we're gonna get out of here, guys.
Bye.
Thank you so much.